Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing some makeup and I had a meeting that I forgot about this morning, so I've got 45 minutes less time than I thought I had. So this is going to be a fast makeup, it's going to be a glam makeup. I really want my eyes to be the focus, so we're going to do them first. I'm just going to jump in. We're in a rush. Ignore my spot patch that's just chilling. I've been doing this makeup quite a lot and I really love the kind of finish and the look it gives me. So I'm going to start off with Eye Wand and Hazelnut. The one I'm using is a sample because we had to do a reorder. Hazelnut's very popular. So I'm sketching that on. Our eye wands just last so long on the eye, and because I'm using a slightly deeper shade, this is going to act like a base for our smoky eye. I find that doing eyes first, when you want them to be the focus, especially if you're going darker, gives you a really nice finish. And I'm getting ready today because I'm going into a studio to do some makeup and we're filming some content, so I obviously want my makeup to be done too, but I need it to last, I need to make sure it looks good for photography and filming. And I'm just using our big fluffy eyeshadow brush to blend that out. How easy. I'm going to take that under my eye as well. I'm using a smaller brush. What I love about these is that could be your entire look if you wanted it to be. I'm just going to add a bit more to my lid. Like you could just do this, set it with powder, put mascara on and be done with it. This eye look I've been doing a lot lately, and every time I do it I get asked for a tutorial and I always think, oh, there's no point, it's so easy. Everyone will know how to do this, but I forget that you guys quite like seeing, even if it's easy, how to do it. Probably even more so when it's easy. So I've chucked that on, that took me all of 45 seconds. I'm going to use our new Soul Shadows palette in the shade Guilt. I can't stop using it, I love it so much. I'm going to go in with the two matte shades, here and here, and I'm going to diffuse this and I'm going to set it. I'm using that same big fluffy brush to lay that eyeshadow down. And this palette works so nicely on top of different eye ones depending on what tone you want. So Hazelnut's got that really nice kind of deep dirty plum colour, which is really really nice with green eyes, gorgeous with blue eyes too, and actually stunning with brown eyes as well. So using that light shade just to get those edges nice and smooth. I'm going to take this darker matte shade and we're going to put that on the lid. I'm just going to push that on with a classic eyeshadow brush, just our packing brush. I'm going to stick with the matte shades today. I want a darker waterline, so I'm going to take Eye Wand and Espresso and I'm going to tightline. And these have got a really nice kind of large rounded bullet, so it's really comfy to get into that upper waterline. And for that lower lash line, I'm just going to wiggle the eye wand just to make sure every little part of skin in between my lower lashes is covered. Once we're here, I'm going to go in with a little small smudger and we're going to wiggle that to blend that eye wand out. And then I'm going to go in with that darker shade again and wiggle that between. I really love the way it looks when you kind of extend that lower lash line. So just using the brush to kind of wiggle that product up, you kind of start to get a bit of an under eye smoky wing. Now I'm going to go in with Power Ink Liner and I'm going to do a wing. I'm going to keep it nice and high, sketching out and then back on itself. And I'm keeping that wing high even though I've got that lower lash smoky. I just think it looks so cool and it really lifts my eye up. And then what you can do is you can kind of blend that corner. Those are the fastest wings that I've done in a long time, and I actually think they look really good. What I love about grungier looks is you can just kind of chuck it on. It's almost like the messier the better. And eye looks like this paired with just really nice perfected skin always looks so good. I've got all my products in front of me, so these are kind of like my everyday go-to products, but they can really lean in different directions. So whether I'm doing like a proper barely there makeup look, like a few products just to look a bit better, just to feel a bit better, or a little bit more glam, like what we're doing today. So I'm going to take Modern Mascara and I'm really going to build this up. I want chunky, thick black lashes. And I'm just looking down into my mirror so I can get right into the root. And I'm just really wiggling and building it up. And because we've gone really smoky under the eyes, I'm going to get the lashes nice and thick underneath too. I was going to zoom you out to do the skin, but I'm going to keep you nice and close. I'm going to take this spot patch off. I just get these off Amazon. We realised that quite a lot of spot patches is just the same stuff, so you don't need to get expensive ones. That being said, the Sarah Chapman ones are spectacular. Prepping skin with Skin Nova, obviously, and I'm just going to work that into my fingertips and then into my skin. This hydrates skin so much and I like to really massage it in and give my skin that love. Right, I want to get this base on in 15 minutes. So see if you are a makeup wearer and you want a bit more drama around the eyes for every day. This is actually going to be a really nice everyday makeup. And you can change the tones out, you don't need to go as dark. I feel like I used to do my makeup like this every day. I used to do such smoky eyes. Okay, skin overall is doing pretty good, but I do have some blemishes on my chin, my head. So I'm going to do a little bit more full coverage. This is my favourite hack. I'm going to take Skin Over Complexion Balm. This is a really stretchy texture, really cushioning, very hugging to the skin, really hydrating. I'm going to take my Modern Radiance Concealer, which is still hydrating, but we've got a bit more of a kind of satin finish, almost demi-matte, and I'm rolling out at the back of my hand. So you can see how much of each. I'm going to mix these together. This not only makes my foundation, which if I show you, this is the shade 300. You can see it's a bit too tan for me at the moment, and you can see that this a little bit too light, so mixing these together is going to make my perfect shade. I'm going to mix that on the back of my hand with a brush, and that, my friends, is my favourite foundation texture I've ever tried in my life. Apart from Skin Over Complexion Balm by itself, which is definitely a medium, but you can sheer it out or build it up, coverage. This is fuller coverage, but it looks unbelievable, and it lasts so well, and it photographs so well. And I just use this all over. I don't bother concealer afterwards. I just use this by itself. So usually if I've got time, I will stipple. So I'll pat with my brush, but today I'm going to get it chucked on and then pat afterwards, bringing that under my chin slightly. And because I've done my brows already, I'm going to take my time just to get nice and close to the brow without colouring it in. But look at that. God. If I'm having a no makeup day, I'll tend to use the complexion balm just by itself. But as soon as I'm wearing more of an eye look, or I want a bit more, this is what I've been doing every day. I've only tried this combo with Modern Radiance Concealer, but if you don't have our concealer, try it with whatever you do have, and I bet it works amazing. I'm going to go in with our Modern Makeup sponge, just dry, and I'm going to take whatever's left on my hand and just go over my skin, and I'm going right under that eye. You can see the coverage we've got. I'm going to take a little cotton pad and just get that off my lips because it's making me look like a wee ghosty. And then I'm going to add the colour back into my cheeks and my face with my bronzer and blush. Okay, not bad, not bad. For the essence of speed, I'm going to take our blush and bronze brush. I'm going to go straight in to my Modern Radiance Cream Bronzer in the shade medium. And I'm just going to start patting that on. I'm keeping it nice and high. And because I want the eyes to be the focus, I'm going to keep the skin quite neutral, so nothing too bright with the blush and nothing too warm with the bronzer either. I just want to kind of shape my face. Sunset Blush Balm in the shade Piazza. Put a little bit of this on my hand, and I'm actually going to warm it up in my fingertip and pat that on. I say warm it up, I am absolutely freezing. My hands are like wee icicles. So once I get it to here, I'm then going to go in with my sponge again, and I'm going to pat that out. That is my favourite shade of blush ever. It's a proper like warm terracotta. It's almost got like a bit of purple in it. Just add a wee bit on my nose. And I'm keeping it so high, like right underneath my eye. I just love it. Right, I'm going to boost the glow with my Nova Glow Liquid Light in the shade Holy Chic. And again, we're going to pat that out with the sponge. I love using the same sponge for everything because I feel like all the products and shades almost get mixed on the sponge, and it just helps me blend everything out. It makes everything feel dead harmonious. Alright, I'm going to take some powder to see this spot. I'm going to powder that down so it's not shining and looking more obvious, and then I'm going to powder down all my centre areas. I'm going to run that under my eyes. And then to melt all that in, I'm going to use Invisible. This is sold out everywhere because it is literally the best setting spray of all time, but it will be back soon. I think I say this in every video that I use VIEVE, but I cannot believe I can use VIEVE. It makes me so happy, especially because as well, the products are just so good. Okay, let's do our lips. I'm going to take Bark, obviously, and I'm going to sketch. I just got a little bit, tiny bit. I think it's like 0.3 of a mil, or 0.1 maybe even, in my lips to plump them up, and I am obsessed. And I'm going to use our Satin Slip lipstick before I blend all this in the shade Nighty, which was sold out for the longest time. It was out of stock for so long, but it's back. And I love that it's like a pinky nude. It's so wearable. And then I'm going to go back in with my liner just to get that blended really nice. I'm just cleaning up the sides and just making sure that that's super blended. We have done this so fast. I'm going to do my little freckle. If you do your eyes first, it's always really nice to go back in with your eyeshadow and kind of reblend, especially into that area where you've put foundation and concealer. Like see here, I'm just going to take that big fluffy eyeshadow brush and really diffuse that up and out on both sides. And then I'm actually going to do the same thing underneath my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the lightest shade from the Gilt palette, and I'm going to really blend that smoky eye into my under eye. And that it basically mattifies down your concealer as well. It's almost like powdering your under eye but with eyeshadow, and it really helps just drag everything out. It's so good. I'm going to take a tiny bit of concealer and just go over that wee blemish and just pat, 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 pat. Pat, 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 pat. And because I got ready the quick, I'm going to go in with mascara. Could I leave the house without adding mascara? Yes, of course I could, but I just want to make sure my lashes are super black, and I'm just going to build them up a tiny bit more, especially these lower lashes. Let me zoom you out. And that's the finished look. How easy peasy and impactful. Everything super glowy and sheeny, but you've got the kind of darkness from the eyes, which is really nice. I love the matte eye and the dark waterline. I think it just adds like a different type of drama. I definitely think that the eyes are the main focus. I think that you could almost go softer on the lips, but you know me, I love a lip liner. This kind of look takes no time at all, but every time that I post it, I get loads of messages asking for a tutorial, so I hope you enjoy. I think I maybe got ready in like 25 minutes. Overall, you know, if I was speeding through this, I could easily do this in 20 minutes. So I hope you like it. I'll link everything that I use down below. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Why am I doing this so far away? Oh my god, I feel like we're on fire. Like, so fast. Oh my god, I need to clean my own makeup bag. Just the end of the I swear I get hivey rashes all the time because I'm in a rush. Can you even see what I'm doing? No.